Welcome back to part 3 of our Way of the Samurai playthrough Let's Play video. Now we're going to be going into the Akadama mansion. Earlier I'd actually made a mistake where I called the Koru residence the mansion. This one's the Akadama mansion, that one was the Koru residence. Now basically what's going to happen in this scene is that the various members of the Akadama clan here are actually discussing what they're going to do when it comes to this impending war with the Koru family. You know, he's saying we must attack, and she's saying it won't be as easy. He gets all mad at her. Notice this guy here. He was the dude who was telling me to leave the pass. We'll see why in just a little bit. And he of course wants the war to happen, because I mentioned he has a vested interest in this war. And he's getting mad that he doesn't want, that the other guy didn't want the war to happen. And it's getting all mad because we don't want a showdown and everything. But you know, when tempers flare, a battle will surely ensure. So that's what's going to happen right here now. The two guys are both mad at each other. So they're going to settle things the way that samurai do it the best and have a duel. This dude here, of course, just wants to go and fight the Koru family, but you know, we have to kind of have a strategy to do this, and we can't allow him to go there and just get killed on his own. So they're going to duel now. This guy looks like a punk rocker to me. And of course the good old stare down, just like in any good movie. This game actually just feels like that. It feels like a movie. And she's telling me that we have to stop him. So the way I'm going to do this here is I'm actually going to tell Kicho that I'm going to take his part and fight the other dude. So now it'll be my choice, my chance to fight him. Now this guy, you got to be very careful, because these moves that he does, he like change them a lot. And if you're not careful when you're fighting him, you can easily get killed. Because I almost got killed the first time I fought him, which was actually before I started using all the FAQs and found out how you got the different endings. The easiest ending to get is ending number 3, which is the one that favors the people of the station, which is what the village is called in this game. But the problem is, if a certain character were to die during a certain scenario, you get ending 3 instead of ending 2. But the only problem is with both of those endings, if all the station people were to live or to die, the government wins either way. Now the reason I backed off there is because I didn't want to somehow end up going to the next area, although I doubt that would happen. Now what we gotta do here is, notice I'm getting a thing, because I have to tell him he lost, because I don't want to kill him, of course. And he gets all mad and he slumps over. And he's like mad beyond belief, of course. But, you know, I just beat him, and of course our good friend there says that he's happy, and she's saying that I have some good skill with the blade. Now, since we're all done here, we're going to just leave and move on with the nighttime. Now we have another cutscene here where these two people will talk about the clan morale is low. And of course, as I'd mentioned, he really wants the war to go on. So he's going to do anything he can to make this war happen. And he's talking about the leader, he's talking about Teshin Koru, the leader of the Koru family. But of course, you know, you can't just kill someone of one family and expect the war to be over. And of course, Kicho loves her. So, yeah, he would be unhappy if she died. And there are various scenarios where she dies and he actually does get quite angry. Now, there are two full life restores that I know of. The one that I just got right there, and in the back of the restaurant in the station, there is another one. Like, if you notice, like, toward the left of the establishment there's a back room with that old man who we saw earlier when I was running up the street, and he was like, where's Suzu? Why isn't she home yet? If you look in there, you'll see the dude standing there, and it'll be right underneath him. Now, you'll notice this a lot in this game, that there'll be a lot of fighting guys in the game. Now, if I was a member of either clan or family loyally, members of the opposing clan would know that I am a member of that, and they would attack me. Whereas in this one, since I'm kind of like playing both sides, they just attack each other, which is good, so I don't have to worry about that. Because, you know, you wouldn't want all these dudes attacking you. I love how it does these pans and these vistas and everything in this game. It gives it a very cinematic effect to the whole thing. You just walk and it has this whole pan down and has your character walk forward. Now here's another thing that we have to do to get this ending to work properly. We're going to go back to the shrine, which, if you remember right, is where I met the members of the Koro family when we were going to go evict the people at the restaurant. And you'll notice this is the leader of the Koro family's woman. And she's kind of mysteriously walking toward the shrine, so it's our best bet to follow her here. This is another one of many things that can happen very differently in other ways. There's even a way that this can end up with me against 4 different characters at once in a battle. But the scenario we're going to actually take here will involve no fighting at all, because this will get us our proper ending, of course. And that was actually my cue to run up when she said he was a shrewd policeman. So now, of course, I have to tell her that I heard their conversation, and she gets all mad. And of course you'll notice more of that, you killed him, or he. And this dude, the policeman here, is the only guy in the whole game who doesn't have a sword. He has a gun. And of course, instead of them fighting me, we get a bit interrupted here. So he comes up and he's not too happy that she's having this very strange meeting. And of course he's wondering what her and the police officer are doing, so I have to tell them they were having a secret meeting. She gets all mad and of course tries to pit all the blame on me. Now, of course, he's going to report this matter to the master, and the good thing for me to say here is to pardon her, so they don't end up killing her. And that's a good thing in this ending. Now, another interesting twist in this scenario is, had I not actually interacted in this scenario, there's actually another thing involving the station people in the Koru residence that could have been done. Had I done that path instead of this path, I wouldn't have been here to stop him from killing her. So basically what would happen is, I would end up fighting the master in the in that area. I forget what it's a long Japanese I word. The area right before the shrine here, and what would have happened is, the master would have got taken away and told that his woman is dead now, because of course he would have been killed by that guy, since I wasn't there to say, oh, there's no problem, you shouldn't kill her, there's nothing at all. And of course that ends the first day of the game, and of course that brings up another save point, which another time, as I said, allows you to save your game and allows you to not have to worry about continuously playing this game for an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half. And we're back in this place, and you'll notice that the number of guys is kind of rising here, because it seems like there's more and more of them that come out. Because, you know, the war. The more the more one side instigates the other, more there's going to be the war that's happening. So now we just got to go here. Quick loading gap, and we're back to the station. And that's going to be part 3 of our Way of the Samurai playthrough. And next we're going to be going to our railroad here, and I will see you in part 4 of this video. Goodbye.